What's up, everyone? EJ here, and welcome to the I Am Project, where, as always, I simply hope to spark a little bit of curiosity when it comes to the topic of consciousness. Today, I want to talk about the evolutionary imperative, why consciousness expansion is humanity's next frontier. Without further ado, let's jump in. So, let's talk about where we stand right now. For anybody looking around, I don't get much on the news personally, but pretty hard to avoid it. We're living in a weird, wild paradox, right? We, humans, we have split the atom, we have built AI, we have launched ourselves into space. Just recently, we went around the moon again. And we have manipulated matter at the molecular level. But spiritually, we're stuck. Some might even say dead. I think we're stuck. Very stuck. But, you can always get out of being stuck. Wars keep happening despite being more connected than ever before. We have enough resources to feed everyone, yet millions starve. We divide ourselves over things like race, nationality, and religion. Things that ultimately don't really matter. And here's the disconnect. We've evolved our tools, but not our consciousness. We're basically apes with nuclear weapons. Now, I think logic might point to the obvious, right? That's not sustainable. So, let me explain what awakening means to me, at least, right? We're going to try to strip away all the mystical jargon and keep it simple. To me, awakening is understanding that separation is an illusion. We're all different expressions of the same source. It expands empathy where you see yourself in others. You start seeing through social constructs like the rat race, status games, endless consumptions, and you realize they're not ultimate reality. When you recognize others as yourself, you naturally don't harm them. Compassion and love become your center instead of fear and self-interest. You start asking, should we, before can we? Life shifts from competition to collaboration. Now, here's why this isn't really optional. It's necessary for survival. The equation here is simple. High technology plus low consciousness equals extinction. Now, on the contrary, high technology plus high consciousness equals flourishing. See, our problems aren't technical anymore. They're consciousness problems. Technology amplifies whatever consciousness wields it. We have the resources for universal prosperity, but lack the awareness to distribute them. One person's actions can affect millions of people. Global problems require global cooperation. Our old survival instincts, tribalism, resource hoarding, fear of the other, are now maladaptive. And here is something fascinating that we have mentioned in different videos and will probably continue to mention. Quantum physics reveals what mystics have always known. The observer affects the observed. Consciousness shapes reality. Everything is fundamentally interconnected. This isn't a metaphor. It's measurable science. So, what happens when humanity awakens? Well, when someone wakes up, consistent patterns emerge. Less ego, more openness, increased empathy dissolves judgment. Fear decreases and your identity expands to all of humanity. Now, imagine what a critical mass awakening would look like and would do for the world. Research shows roughly 10 to 15% of a population adopting new thinking creates systemic shift. Resource distribution transforms because hoarding makes no sense when you see others as yourself. Conflict resolutions become natural. You can't wage war against yourself. Environmental healing accelerates because you don't poison your own home. We become a colony of loving and varying humans, celebrating what we all recognize as unity. This isn't a utopian fantasy, it's a logical outcome of a consciousness shift. But our biggest obstacle is something very simple, which is disbelief. We say things like, it's too good to be true, so we don't even try, and so it doesn't happen. When you dig deeper, the real reason emerges: low consciousness. The very thing we're discussing is the barrier to discussing it. Your words and thoughts shape reality, whether you're aware of it or not. So, why does consciousness lag behind? One of the main reasons is the ego is a major barrier. It clings to identity. I'm American, I'm French, I'm Russian, I'm successful, I'm poor, that's not for me, I'm right, they're wrong, all that crap. It requires an enemy to feel secure. It resists change because change feels like death. Then there's a curiosity deficit. Most people never in their life question why they're conscious or what reality fundamentally is. They sleepwalk throughout their whole life, following a script written by culture, family, and media. Because questioning is very uncomfortable. And when you do awaken, you're the one who becomes the outsider. Society calls you idealist, naive, crazy. The irony is that the ones seeing clearly are labeled delusional, while the collective delusion is called normal. So, what are practical pathways? Evolution starts with you. You can't wait for everyone else. Things like daily meditation or stillness, at least 10 to 20 minutes a day or even a week. Self-reflection, journaling to question your assumptions. Mindful consumption of what you feed your mind. Regular check-ins asking, am I aware right now? Study consciousness, not just believing in it, but investigating deeply. Seeking direct experience through meditation retreats, breathwork, natural immersions, and most importantly, at least to me, questioning everything. Notice how your thoughts create your experiences. Practice seeing unity. Look at strangers and ask how you are them. Act from knowing, not from ego. Speak consciously. Your words shape reality. For collective action, individual awakening creates ripples. Connect with fellow seekers. Share experiences. Normalize awakening conversations. But also, model the shift. Your transformed life demonstrates possibility. Our systems reflect our consciousness. So as consciousness raises, systems must change. Education should teach emotional intelligence alongside traditional subjects. Economics should shift to sustainable well-being. Governance should move to collaborative problem solving. Use technology consciously to spread awakening content and connect globally. But here's the bottom line. This isn't optional. Evolution doesn't ask for permission. It demands adaptation or extinction. Our technology is way too powerful for unconscious minds. Our problems are too complex for separated thinking. The awakening will happen because it must. The alternatives are extinction or catastrophic collapse. I don't know about you guys. I kind of like this world. Right? The hard truth is that transformation won't be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable. It's going to be shit hitting the fan, as they say. Existing power structures will resist. Belief systems will crumble. Identities will dissolve. Every major evolutionary leap involves crisis. The choice is simple. Continue unconscious patterns leading to collapse, or embrace consciousness evolution leading to thriving civilization. For those already awakening, your loneliness is temporary. Your perspective is very much needed. Your examples matter. You're not crazy. You're just a little early to the party, as they say. For those still skeptical, your doubt is understandable. Your questions are welcome. We already know this to be true, right? We've all been there. That nagging feeling that there's more, that we're capable of better, that's evolution calling. The shift is happening one person at a time, starting now, starting with you and with me. Not because it feels good, but because it's what we must do. That's the next step. And just like our ancestors who learned to walk upright, use fire, and plant crops, we're built for this evolution. The question isn't whether humanity will awaken. The question is, will you be among those who choose it consciously, or will you wait for crisis to force it upon you? Evolution is patient, but is also relentless. The time to level up is now. That's all for today, guys. I hope this was at least entertaining and you were able to get a little bit of something useful out of this. That's all. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and remember, you guys are loved. Thank you again for the views, for subscribing and supporting. It means a lot. Until next time, see ya.